morning, everyone. I hope you had a pretty good break, and we are happy to present our semester theme and stuff to you. So we are MADE. MADE stands for Making, Advertising, and Designing for Empowerment. And in this project, we focus on design and creating. And last semester, students learned how to do felting and embroidery, and it was really, really fun, and they produced some really cool things. Also, can y'all hear me? Okay, sure you can. All right.
Yes.
All right, thank you. And so our semester theme this semester is called Factors of Success, Examining the American Dream. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be inspecting and in great detail to determine whether the American dream is worth having. We're going to examine and look at the access to the American dream, and should we even have an American dream, right? And then lastly, we're going to look at what does it mean for us and to us specifically, right? Because we're looking at self-analysis and self-determination. And so we're going to determine for ourselves what is our American dream. Right, so here's, right, what is it? The American dream.
So we got opportunity to make 15 credits per hex semester, which is a total of 45 for the whole semester. How do we earn our credits? Well, you've got to be on time, 10 a.m. in the morning and 12:45 sharp after lunch. You're going to need to attend both blocks daily. You're going to need to communicate about absences and turn in your assignments. That means clicking that submit button. If you don't turn it in, you will not get credit for it, even if it's done. So click submit.
Also, that's Mr. Herrera. Sorry, I forgot. Sorry. All right, and so for one of the big changes we made was we just started to go on what is called a rotating schedule, right? And so that what that means is that each day will cover different subjects, right? And so that means if you're absent one day, you just can't come the next day and be like, I'm going to make up the work from yesterday because it's going to be different. Also, this just keep things interesting, right? You never know what's going to happen, especially with me. Y'all know that. And so these are what we're going to be covering in the subject. So in English, we're going to be looking at the accessibility and equity of the American dream. We're going to be reading a book called Dear Martin, which we're going to look at the next slide. And then in history, we're going to analyze the impact of the American.
Please ask you to come over.
What? Don't be talking while I'm talking. Hello.
It was a mishap.
We're going to be looking at the civil rights movement. We're going to be looking at Black Lives Matter. We're going to be looking at the treatment of immigrants. So things like ICE and DACA. And then how does all of that fit into the idea of the American dream?
So in math, we will be studying statistics related to who has historically been able to achieve the American dream and then challenge ourselves to figure out how we may shift that narrative. In science, we will be studying DNA, genetics, and inheritance, and how it relates to inequity in major diseases and in certain neighborhoods.
Right, and so this is our class book, and it's called Dear Martin, right by Nick Stone. And I found this really cool book trailer, so I'm just going to share it with y'all. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm not giving you any clues.
So our elective and or final project for this semester will be a graphic design, the art or skill of combining text and pictures in advertisements, magazines, or books. So our final projects will be 2 original graphic designs and or 2 3D laser printed designs.
And what are 3D laser printed designs, you might ask? Good question. Right, and so we're going to be using this machine called the Glowforge, and I'm going to be risking my health going into school to print out your work on the Glowforge. So you're welcome in advance. And so here's a quick little video of how it works. Right, and so we have this machine at school, and it's really cool, and I wish you guys can go in there with me to watch it. And so what it is, it's a really hot, powerful laser, and this is sped up, that once you make your designs and send it to me and I put it in the program for you, it'll print it out on whatever material we put in there. So this is an example printed on wood, but you can print on all sorts of things, including like leather and acrylic and things like that. So here is some examples of things printed on the Glowforge. And so these are the things I made, obviously made at DHS. That was something that I made. I also made these two, which are patches made out of leather. And so they were printed on the Glowforge. And then what I did was I went in with a permanent marker and just colored them in to look like that. I also added glitter paint, because who doesn't love glitter? And then, as you can see here, this is also printed on a Glowforge. I didn't make this one, but I actually made one similar to it. And this is on a clear acrylic. And you just add a light to the bottom and it creates a light. And so this one's really cool too. So you can print on lots of different types of materials. And so that's what the final product will look like. Your design that you made printed on the Glowforge. Right, so come show us what you're made of in Made.
Thank you, Mr. Iglesias. Thank you, Mr. Herrera. So we have a summary slide, I'm sure.
Yes. Do I? Whoever's sharing that has to open it up.
Covered down.
So in summary, our theme is Factors of Success, Examining the American Dream. Our novel for this semester is Dear Martin by Nick Stone. Our products will be 3D laser printed designs, and our credits available will be 45 plus for the whole semester, breaking down to about 15 per hexmester.